Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is a full moon in Taurus reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. As you may already know, the Hunter's moon, this full moon in Taurus, is earthy and steady, and it will be on November 12th. This reading will be from then until the full moon in Gemini on December 12th. Your safety, both physical and emotional, depends on the need for stability, which might not be really easy to satisfy right now with the Sun in Scorpio, with all of this transformative energy. You have to accept that changes and transformations are a necessary cycle in your life. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and right now this romantic full moon is asking us what we want, what we need, and what we desire. It's then having us release what is not in line with that, so we also see our own sense of grounding and structure more clearly. For those of you that follow my readings, you'll know that I do new moon readings, and then 2 weeks later I do full moon readings for individual signs. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs should all be checked. This full moon reading or spread is meant to help you identify what actions you need to take in order to manifest the intentions you set during the new moon. For those of you that don't set intentions or do wishes with the moon, that's okay. This spread is just here to identify the actions you need to take in order to manifest the intentions that you set for your highest good at any time in this period. It will also help identify what's blocking your path and what you can do to overcome those blockages. This will be a 7-card spread. Well, it's actually 8 cards with the overall energy card from the bottom of the deck. And then towards the end, I'm going to pull some oracle cards for additional messages. While I'm doing this reading and shuffling the cards, I'm going to ask that you guys give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, comment and share at the end of the video if and only if that's something that you like to do. And I just want to send a huge warm welcome and a virtual hug to all of my new and returning listeners and subscribers. I love you guys so much, and I just want to thank you for being on this journey with me. This is going to be a full moon reading in Taurus for the signs of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So let's ask Spirit, our angels, our ancestors, our loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides to give us the messages that Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs need to hear for this full moon in Taurus. Spirit, what does Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus need to hear for the full moon in Taurus? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the full moon in Taurus. Spirit, what messages do we have for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in Taurus? All right, Libra, your overall energy here is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and you may have that in your chart, or you may be surrounded with these energies, people with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in their chart, or those sort of qualities. Now, remember, if I see people in this reading, you can flip the characters however it resonates with you. The Four of Cups is a little bit of disappointment, but this is also a message from Spirit that you have been or will be or are being offered a blessing, but you just can't see it right now. And you're kind of focused here on this empty cup, but you do have these 3 cups that are overflowing. So it is a card, and underneath that we have the Four of Swords. So 4s are going to be really important for you, my dear Libras. Remember, 4s are all about manifestations, foundations, and endurance. So some of you may be working with the law of attraction. Some of you may be working with Reiki as well to manifest your greatest desires. And I have a feeling that you're answering a call with this Judgment card underneath. And you've been doing the work, and you've been working so hard, Libra, to bring about what it is you need, what it is you want, and what it is you desire. And remember, that's the purpose of this full moon in Taurus. And this is really taking some time out. I think you've been doing the work, my dearest Libras, but you're feeling like it's taking a really long time, or like it's not happening. Some of you have set your intentions. Some of you have been working with law of attraction. I'm getting that others of you have been doing spells, have been asking for help through prayer and asking for guidance. And I feel like you're getting a little bit down because you're not seeing the results that you would like to see. Now, there's a message here from Spirit, and it has a lot to do with Mercury in retrograde. When Mercury is direct, it's all about go, 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 and we're all charging forward towards 2020 with so much passion and so much drive. Also, and from October 31st, we had the thinning of the veil. So we have a lot of spiritual activity where we may be receiving a lot of messages from our loved ones who have passed, our ancestors, our spirit guides. Okay, which can be quite intense. And then we have all of these light codes that we're downloading from 11/1, November 1st, until 11/11, when there's this huge portal opening for healing and for transformation and new information from your guides and from Spirit. Now, this can become all really, really heavy, and it can feel a little bit confusing. Also, when we are in with the Scorpio with our sun in Scorpio at the moment, this is all about recognizing the cycles of life, planting the seed, harvest, and then decay. And all of that can be a bit much. There's so much going on right now in everyone's life and astrologically that I feel like you're starting to feel a little bit weighed down. And whatever you've been trying to work on, okay, you feel like it's taking a long time or you're not seeing the results and you're getting a little bit down. So there's a message here. Mercury in retrograde is actually a blessing. Yes, there may be miscommunications. Yes, technology might not work. Yes, there might be travel delays, but really it's about a built-in rest period. It's a built-in meditation. Mercury in direct, remember, is like we're answering that call, we're charging full speed ahead, going after our dreams, our desires, manifesting things, left and right, and we're going towards 2020. It's going to be amazing. But right before that, we feel this stall. And it can be hard to process, but it's about meditation, pulling back, giving yourself a second chance, giving people and relationships that come back to you a second chance. It's also all about things that you may have swept under the rug previously that need to be dealt with, that need to be healed, and that need to be cleared. And this is the time to do it. And that can all feel really funky. Or some of us might be thinking, wow, I was doing so well, and I've had some sort of relapse. If we're talking about diet, food, alcohol, drugs, behavior patterns, I thought I was over this. I thought I had learned this lesson. And here I am right back, in the thick of things. And I feel like that can be very, very disappointing and for everyone. But Libra, I feel like more than anybody, you guys are experiencing that at this time. But remember that divine timing is at work. Giving yourself or going through something that you thought you were finished with is actually a blessing, because it's a real chance to heal it and clear it. So then you can move on and into 2020, with a clean slate and being totally, completely transformed. Now, Libra, where are you right now? I'm getting for many of you, this may have to do with a spiritual journey. Okay, the Hierophant is all about your spirituality, your relationship with God, your relationship with universe. It could be your yoga practice. It could be your Reiki practice. I'm getting some of you are teachers. Some of you are healers. Okay, and that you're really trying to up level, and maybe you're a student and you're trying to become the master, or you feel like you're a master, but you're getting this message, there's still something else you have to learn. And that can be causing a little bit of disappointment, because in your meditations, in your thoughts, in your rest period, you're thinking, I've been doing everything, I'm ready. And I feel like you're ready to take off, Libra. And this is just that little rest period before we see a real quick movement. Okay, remember, we are in Mercury retrograde until the end of November, around the 20th, I believe. I may have my dates wrong, but we're in the shadow period until about December 7th. Okay, for others of you, this Hierophant card could represent a contract or a marriage. So this doesn't have to resonate just with you on a spiritual journey, but for some of you, it may be a relationship that you've been working on, that you've been trying to take to the next level, that you've been, behaving above board, and you feel like, you should deserve for this, you deserve that this relationship, or the two of you deserve this relation, to give this relationship a chance and move on to the next level. How do you project yourself to the world? We have the Two of Pentacles, and this is a very, very busy card. This is somebody who's juggling two people, two ideas, two thoughts, two things. It can be work and family. It can be, finances and art, and your creative hobbies. It can be a creative project and love. I mean, it can be any or all of those things. This Two of Pentacles is somebody who is keeping a really happy face while they're doing a lot and holding these really heavy pentacles. And this is a little bit of a facade, because there might be some real disappointments that are going on here, okay, that you're not showing to people at work or in your family. It's not a card about being dishonest, but it is sort of my fake it till you make it card, which is very honorable and noble, but it might not be, you might not be showing people how you're really feeling, or you might not be asking for help when you might need it, okay? Because these two pentacles, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, are very heavy, okay? And at one point, if this person doesn't take a rest, one of these pentacles can smash down on their foot and sort of maim them or crush their toes or whatever, which would be extremely painful and not what you're going for at all, okay? But at the same time, if you choose to set one down and focus on the other one, then you'll be able to devote all of your time and your energy to that. Okay, what's blocking your goals and your desires? The Queen of Wands. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. This could be unnecessary drama. For some of you, this is taking place in the workplace and getting involved in things that really don't serve you, that just lower your vibration. So again, you might deal with somebody, and I don't see the Queen of Wands like this all the time, but it was so funny. One of my commenters was like, the first card I pulled out was the Queen of Wands, and they were like, reader, I'm out of here. I don't want anything to do with this bitch narcissist. And ever since then, I laugh whenever I pull the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is amazing energy. It's fire energy. She's somebody that you want in a conflict. She's calm. She can take care of everything. She's very passionate. She has a very sexual energy about her. She is a great entrepreneur. She's great with money. And, people that really love life and social butterflies and take advantage of, all the fun things to do in life are gifted with these black cats for protection. But if this is a block for you, this could be a part of you. It could be sort of this haughty, as as one of my viewers said, narcissist bitch sort of quality you might have. Although I don't think that's funny. I mean, or it could be somebody that resonates with you at work. Okay, it may be that energy, somebody you're dealing with, and it's also a lot of gossip. Also, this person, when you're not on their side, they can be quite mean. This is somebody who, for ladies out there, or for heterosexual ladies out there, or, not necessarily even heterosexual, but, this is the woman who will try to steal your man behind your back because, she just doesn't care. Or she's doing it to get back at you or something like this. So when she's in the reverse or as a block, it's that type of energy, okay? And apply that how it is. Remember when I see males or females, that gender here is fluid. It's masculine or feminine energy, and your sexual orientation does not matter. It's somebody who does things out of spite, out of anger, because they don't think, they're quick to react, and they don't think before they act, okay? But really, more than anything, I'm getting that unnecessary drama that may not even involve you. It may involve friends, or you may be defending someone, because remember, my dear Leos, you guys are all about justice and black and white and balance, so you may have stepped in on someone's behalf. Again, I'm seeing this largely in the workplace, but this could be in a relationship, it could be in a family setting, it could be, it could have to do with somebody in your, maybe you're in a prayer group or church or temple or meditation group or yoga class. I mean, it could be, it can resonate in a lot of different ways. So what you need to do to overcome these obstacles is the Seven of Cups, more Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and this is all about making a decision and making the decision that's best for you. But you need to make this decision from a very grounded place. Again, Spirit is telling me you have loads of blessings all around you. You have loads of abundance, and right now I feel like I'm getting this message that you are, you're feeling overwhelmed by all of this. Now, if you guys are maybe single, you might be getting a lot of love offerings. or maybe, you're in a relationship, but you're seeing like, you want to be with other people, or you're seeing, not so much looking just at your partner, but you're looking around. Okay. And it's really confusing you because you're thinking, I love my partner. Why am I doing this? Why do I have, I'm not saying you're necessarily acting on it, but that you're getting confused. There's a lot of options being presented to you, and Spirit is really asking you to come from a grounded place. Now, you guys are air energy, so it's really asking you to ground yourself, put both feet on the ground, really analyze. Remember, sevens are all about reevaluation, introspection, investigation. So don't make any decisions. Okay, now this doesn't have to resonate with you as a relationship issue. It could be something that's happening at work. Again, I'm getting this real gossip and drama, and it's kind of hard to sift through all of it to figure out what's really going on. Where do you really stand? Okay, this could also be with your spiritual journey or your spiritual path. You might have a teacher or a master and maybe you're looking to study other modalities, etc., and you're just getting inundated and you're not sure which one to choose. Remember, that is a byproduct of Mercury being in retrograde, and now is not the time to make any major decisions if you don't have to. All right, don't sign any contracts, don't start new relationships until we're out of this Mercury in retrograde period, because there may be something that you miss. The Wands energy is all about that as well. You might overlook some detail. Please don't let that get in your way because you felt like, you knew this or you had it. So make sure you're reading the fine print here, you guys, okay? Now, what you can do within yourself in order to help achieve your highest desires, the Two of Wands is making a decision, but this is actually, I love this because this is somebody who's coming from a place of abundance and wealth, and he's very grounded. He's in his mansion, he's in his hotel, he's in his home. I don't know why that popped out, the hotel. Maybe some of you are traveling right now. But, he's here and he can see over everything. It looks like the Mediterranean, but it doesn't really matter. He's planning. So first, the Ace of Wands is this spark. The Two of Wands is putting that spark into motion and doing all of the planning. He has this globe, so he has the world at his fingertips, and he's seeing all of the options, all of the opportunities from a very, very grounded and stable place from up above, so he can see the whole picture. He can also see all of the obstacles and the challenges that are coming up, okay? And so this is a planning card. This is getting a big picture image, and also with this bird flying above, he can see everything that's going on. Okay, so what you can do within is make sure that you get the best possible perspective here, because there are a lot of options. They're very confusing, but you need to really see the big picture and you need to plan. For some of you, that's going to be mind mapping, writing something down in the middle and then writing all the benefits around it, or writing the pros and the cons in 2 columns, whatever it might be. But you need to go within. You need to, not just focus on the cup that's empty, but focus also on all of the positives. Take this Mercury retrograde time and this full moon in Taurus period to really meditate and make sure that you can see. Okay, see from within. What does your heart say? See the big picture, cut through this confusion and this noise. All right, and what you can learn from the outside world or others to help you manifest your goals and your desires. This is the Sun, and this is optimism, this is strength, this is happiness, this is creativity. This may be a Leo person in your life. Now, this is really, really amazing energy here, you guys, because I think some of you are really working with the law of attraction, and and I don't want to say you haven't been doing it right, but remember, when we're setting our intentions and we want to attract something to us, we have to vibrate at that same level. So if you're saying, okay, if your vibration, if your energy is, I want $1 million, I want $1 million, I need $1 million, that would make everything okay, I want, you're sending out a vibration of lack, of not having. Okay, so doing visualizations, doing meditations, doing affirmations, manifesting with the moon. Look up how to do that and write those affirmations and how to manifest. It's actually vibrating at this really high level, so then you can attract high level energy things. And I bet you know someone, or you hear someone, either look up on YouTube. There are loads of people who are showing who can teach you about law of attraction, and I'm not affiliated with anyone, but any of you who follow sort of Tony Robbins type stuff, look at how they're manifesting, because they're vibrating at this all-time high, and they're out in the sun. They're not in the dark, they're not cold, they're not hiding, they're not shrouded, okay, in guilt, or I don't really mean guilt, Spirit saying not guilt, it's not guilt, it begins with an R. Spirit, give me the word, regret. Yeah, I don't know why that was so hard to come up. But they're not shrouded in regret, and then, and their energy level is so high. So I'm getting that so clear, you guys. Look at people who are successful and the level at which they're vibrating. What are they doing? Look at people who are also really happy. Okay, and if you're not feeling happy at this time, or you're feeling really disappointed, see how you can integrate, see how you can learn from others. Okay, and this can be in a love relationship, this can be at work, this can be, their abundance in home, or spiritually as well. Now, your final card, I love this for you guys. This is the projected outcome, and this is the devil. So you might be asking me, Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, why are you happy that the devil card comes out? The devil is Capricorn energy, and the devil is all about attachment. But I really see, you guys, I really see my Libra signs detaching from this disappointment. Now, for those of you who are working with law of attraction, one of the most important parts before you manifest is detaching yourself from the outcome. Okay, also for those of you that do Reiki or you do healing, you have to detach yourself from the outcome and trust that the energy will go where it's needed to go. Trust in the divine, trust that divine timing is at work. Okay, you have to detach. You cannot micromanage here. Okay, you cannot micromanage the universe, you cannot micromanage the outcome. The devil energy is all about detaching from negative patterns, negative thought patterns, negative behavior patterns, addictions, alcohol, eating poorly, not exercising enough, not being healthy in some way. And I see, Libra, you finally being able to detach from that. And I'm getting that right now, some of you might have had little mini relapses during Mercury retrograde, but you're going to get through it, you're going to heal it, and you're going to clear it. Okay, and I love that energy because this is positive energy for you guys. All right, I'm just going to pull 4 oracle cards. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What messages do we have for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? What additional messages do we have for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? What additional messages do we have for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? All right, yeah. What did I tell you? Attachment, detachment. Wow, Libra. Okay, financial constraints. Okay, and then the garden and the gate. Wow, this is so interesting because there are a lot of themes showing up in your oracle cards that I already talked about. First of all, we have the attachment card falling on top of the devil here, which is showing us, okay, look, she is chained to this post and she's taking off her masks. This is all about detaching yourself from the outcome. For those of you who are familiar with the tarot cards, the Eight of Wands is all about, setting an intention, letting the arrows fly, and letting them fly with their own timing and, with their own grace. They will fall exactly where they need to fall, and that you can't control that. And once you detach yourself from the outcome, you will be able to attract anything and everything that you can. Now, earlier I talked to you about some of you might be with the Seven of Cups, have a little bit of a wandering eye when it comes to a relationship, okay? And I get that you're feeling, or you experienced a lot of broken, a lot of sadness and sorrow in your past relationships that may be sort of affecting this at the moment. Not for everyone, just maybe for a few of you, you might be in a relationship or in a marriage and you might be sort of looking, and I'm not saying you're actively doing this, but you might notice yourself wanting or looking at other people. And that's the garden and the gate. And here she has a beautiful garden. And remember, I mean, this is a natural human emotion. This happens to all of us, especially if we've been in long-term relationships. At some point in time, you're saying, really, is this it? I mean, is this what I'm going to do? Is this the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life? Or some of you might be married. Okay, and the garden and the gate, and saying she's this girl in this garden full of abundance, but the garden is locked. She has the key, but she's looking outward at other possibilities. Now, if it doesn't resonate with you in a love and relationship aspect, it could be that maybe you're in a good job, you have a stable job that provides for you and your family or your tribe, and you're looking at like, but you're just not happy, you're experiencing a little bit of boredom, so you're just sort of testing the waters. But you're like, well, you're not really sure what it is you would like to do, because maybe you have an office job, but you're like, I'm really into, I'm into the healing arts, I'm really into yoga, I'm really, should I open a yoga studio, should I, whatever, become an artist, what have you. And it's sort of that Seven of Cups energy. It's that introspection, and it's that reevaluation of where you are. I get that things are pretty good, okay, but that you might be keeping up appearances a little bit, because somehow within you, okay, behind you, this disappointment that we're seeing in the Four of Cups, there's somewhat of a broken heart, there's some sort of sadness, and there's some sort of issue with money. Okay, so you may be stuck in a job because it is well paid, it pays well, and it provides for your family, but you might feel like it's not feeding your soul. You may be stuck in a relationship, or in a relationship that you're no longer in love with the person, but you're staying there because it's comfortable, or for the betterment of your family or your tribe, okay, your pets, or maybe because you can't move out because you don't have the money to, all right, or something like that. Okay, my dearest Libras. But what I do see is that devil energy. Now this is the time, that Taurus full moon, this full moon in Taurus is a time to really decide what it is you need, what do you want, what do you desire, okay? And then Mercury retrograde is going to show you, hey, there's some little issues we have to deal with before we move on and charge into 2020. And then you can charge into 2020 and be detached from all of the things that are holding you back and that are disappointing you, because this card heralds is telling me that Spirit is offering you, or will offer you, or has offered you loads of blessings. These Three of Cups, this is all celebration, okay? And these are blessings. And you will, you will be ushered into the new. You will be enlightened. You will be up leveling, and you will finally move on to somewhere bigger and better, okay? Because you have done the work. So don't fret, it's coming, okay? But there just might be some divine delays here, Libra, so that you can clear some of the sadness, the disappointments, the bad habits, behavior patterns, okay? And maybe get your finances in order, okay? Because you're starting to see how beautiful things can be on the other side, okay? But there is a little bit of a warning. Make sure that you're very grounded in that decision, and make sure that you don't regret any decisions that you make, or you make them in haste or during this Mercury retrograde period, because the grass is always greener on the other side, sometimes comes back to bite us, okay? Final message for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Final message for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay, here we have abundantia, prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. What a beautiful final message for my dear Libras. Just take a look at this card. Don't fear, no matter what you're going through, no matter how tired you're feeling or disappointed, everything is going to work out perfectly at the perfect time. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. I'm going to leave it there for you, Libras. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Please hit that thumbs up button and that subscribe button. Comment and share if and only if that's something you like to do. Remember, I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful full moon in Taurus.